Hello, everybody. Hello, welcome. Check this out. Thank you very much, Sid. Appreciate it. Sid's on a 13-month streak, everybody.
Yo.
I'd love to see anyone beat that. I don't think anyone can. What's up, everybody? You want my TikTok? Oh, you're talking to someone else. All right. Speaking of Kai, Kai's got a lot on this board, everybody. Kai has a lot on this board. It is, I don't know what the actual 1-year anniversary date is. I should figure that out. Weezer, thank you very much. Weezer's on the board. Weezer's on the board. You send you a picture of a bald schlatt. Will you pin it on your board? Yes. Yes, I will. I'll pin anything you send me that's pinnable, and I'm gonna define that as I see fit on the board. So feel free to send stuff for the board. Pippo, what's up? It's going well. Actually, it's been pretty exhausting today. Let's be real. We'll go through it. Day starts. Made a chuckle sandwich short. It hasn't done very well. I don't know what the fuck your guys' problem is. Nobody wants to watch it. It's kind of gross. I'd say at a minimum it's R-rated. At a maximum it's X-rated. But it's not doing well. So go watch the chuckle short and then watch the podcast all night long. Also, Kai, this picture of the bird, that one, I'm gonna frame that. It's still in the plastic. I only pinned the plastic because that one's actually gonna get framed and put on my. I got a cool bird wall. I can show you guys sometime. Yeah, watch this short. I worked really hard on that short. That took a lot of work, and I did one 2 days ago. Also, didn't do really well. YouTube Shorts for Chuckle used to work where you'd post them and they would like have a weird line and then they would just take off automatically, every single one. Nowadays, they don't do that. Whoa, QQ Vito, thank you for the 100 bits. Appreciate it. How's it going? What else? My rap is just gym music and one song from Billie Eilish. What's the song? What's the song called? I don't even know what the song is called. It's my #1 song. I said I listened to it like 60,000 times or some shit. No, my rap's embarrassing because it's just gym music. And I can't have you guys knowing what I'm listening to in there. I can't have you knowing that. Okay, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, started the day with Chuckle Short. It didn't do well, or it hasn't. I mean, it's only been 8 hours and 42 minutes, so we'll see. Then Emma had a Potter. Whoa, Pipey, thank you for the 5 subs. Pipey's been going insane lately. Pipey gifted, I'm pretty sure 100 last night. So everyone bow down to Pipey because Pipey's coming for Sid's spot. Sid, look out. Pipey's rocking the top spot of the month, and we'll probably stay there all month. Thank you very much, Pipey. We really appreciate your support. You're going to help with that fucking tax bill that we are going to get slammed with come April. And you'll help with getting my family Christmas gifts because that's more important than paying your taxes. What else do I have to... Oh, yeah. So we did that. And then Emma had pottery class. Emma's doing a pottery class right now. She's the youngest person in there by about 25 years. So while she was doing that, I worked on the Chuckle Sandwich episode. And for those big Chuckle fans, you might be wondering, where is the Chuckle episode? It's still being edited because the audio is nightmare mode. It's 4 audio tracks. Yeah, 2 guests on the same episode, everybody. So get ready for that. So there's 4 audio tracks, 5 if you count me. I hardly the Chuckle Week. I'm doing like work. I'm not, you know. So my track's rarely there. Anyway, 4 tracks, and it's using mics like these, same mic system. Almost the entire time we're getting cross audio echo, and it fucking sucks. Because you have to go through like frame by frame and cut sometimes 3 different tracks out of it, and you have to be listening. Okay, cut that person. Okay, go back, listen. Okay, cut that person. Like, it sucks. So Emma and I've been just trading off doing it because it's turned let's say a 10-hour edit into like a 25-hour edit. So yeah, let me switch the music up so we're not just edging ourselves here the whole time. Here we go. Where's the music? All right, let's go to a random. There we go. Then what happened? Then I went to the gym, hit the gym, shoulders. I hit the shoulders, but I had to end early because I get a text from Ted. Ted's like, "Hey, do you want to be on this Chuckle merch call right now? We got a call with all the big players, the management and all of them." And I was like, "Yeah, sure. When is it and who's on?" He's like, "It's with all of the management, all of the merch companies, and it's right now. It's happening right now. Do you want to be on it?" I was like, "Oh shit. Yes." I guess I'll walk out the door, end this workout early, and sit on this call in my car. I would have liked a heads up, Ted. But anyway, thanks for the invite to the call. We got another one on Friday. There will be Tucker-related merch in this merch drop, confirmed. So get your wallets ready. It hopefully will sell well. Yeah, Tucker merch is going to be in. It won't be like merch related to my stream. It won't be like that. It'll be Chuckle themed. So yeah. Did that call. We get another call Friday. And then Ted and I have another call Tuesday for the big project. And we had a call today, one-on-one, about the big project. I hope it comes out in December, but if not, it'll be early January. We're trying to get a timeline now, and they'll give you different timelines for how complex the project is, and if you want to, they'll give you like a timeline for like U.S. shipping and then international shipping. So we have a lot of stuff now to handle. What else did we do? Then I got home. I did my call with Ted. That took a while. I had my sushi lunch, 330 calories of sushi, 335 because I use the soy sauce packet. Nice, West Side. Don't get fired because you're watching me. Please no. There's both, Laura B. There's a little bit of both, I think. At least for me. At least revolving around me. Word is too. I'm gonna get 100% of my merch sales, and I kind of designed one too. Original idea. I didn't even get it. If you guys have merch ideas, like designs that you want to see, you can post those in the Discord, our Discord, and I can forward those up the chain, whether it's a drawing or if it's just like a sentence describing something. You can totally leave those. We're looking for designs right now to expand our roster. I don't know what it's called. So if you have something and you want to see something, feel free to drop it somewhere. Maybe they're here. I'll tell you where we should drop this. I don't know if I have the authority to make this call here, but I'm gonna do it. Let's put it in. Can I put it in art? Actually, this is self promo for until the merch hits self promo. Put it in self promo. Okay, so this is a official announcement. Use my self promo thing to do it, to send them if you want it. You don't have to. It's just for fun if you want to. Yeah, if Mountain Dew, okay, if you guys want to make a new channel, if some of the mods want to make a new channel, feel free. And if that's the case, it defaults to that channel. It's not for merch, but you have other stuff. I'd love to see your other stuff. Spart's an awesome artist. He's our local artist here. Would love to see it. He actually made this one. So shout out to Spart for the art and help me out with something in my video. But yeah, merch ideas, if you guys got them, feel free to use them. I don't think we're using chuckle.menu because I think it's a totally new company now. So yeah. The new Minecraft update, we'll see. Tomorrow, big plans tomorrow, taking the full day off. No work allowed, assuming we get this Chuckle edit done. We're almost inevitably going to have to do some Chuckle work in the morning because we are so far behind because of the recordings are kind of fucked from Chuckle Week, which is a work in progress situation. But yeah, tomorrow is a day off. There'll be no stream tomorrow. There will be no editing tomorrow. Only games. We're gonna try to do our single player Sunday tomorrow, although we're also gonna go do a little shopping. So yeah. Also gonna eat something tasty, I think, tomorrow. Whether that's a fun home cooked, like I was thinking like steak and mashed potatoes, because Wegmans got a great selection of steak. They have like, you can get dry aged steaks there. I was thinking about buying one to split it, but I don't know. Yeah, self-care day tomorrow. So yeah, did my call with Ted, and then I had to handle some Discord related things. Do your best to enjoy the Discord, guys, and try not to be at each other's throats. I can't really help you guys with interpersonal situations. I'll do my best when it feels appropriate. Otherwise, try to just hang out. You don't have to use the Discord if it stresses you out. It's only there to elevate your life. So if it's not, don't participate. No big deal. What else do we got? Then I went back to work on that while Emma took a break. And here we are. I went and got some soda so I could make one of these because some of you guys stressed me out a little bit. But now we're just chilling. I can play God of War if you guys want, but I thought it might be more fun to chat. It's not a float. Oh, I fucking wish. Are you kidding me? I wish this was a float. So yeah, now we're just hanging out. Put this up today. Well, I put it up yesterday, but today I put the stuff on it. I think I got everything that I have. So yeah, and I'm hoping there'll be more. I know Sid's got something on the way, so hopefully we'll get a little something on the board. Get some Halo Top ice cream is. See, here's the thing. I know it's healthier or whatever, but it's still I still don't need that. You know, still don't need that. It's very hard to resist these all day while working in here, but I haven't had any today. Wait, no, I had some before the gym. I had one handful before the gym. Yeah, I fucked up. Yeah, everybody needs tattoos in here. I want to be the only one without one. Kai got started on day one. Kai's first day in chat was like, yeah, I'm getting this tatted. I want this chat permanently. I want it permanently. Yeah, this mug, one of a kind. Well, you'll never get one, but there's probably 500 of these out there. Well, let's say 100 at least have been smashed. So yeah. What's up, Cryptid Cities? Oh my god. I made that really strong. This is someone's inevitably gonna ask. It's Diet Pepsi and rum. Kraken rum. I was making do with what I got. No, if you get a tattoo of Ted's mustache, I'm banning you. 100% banned. Well, I made the Benson spin expensive. I was thinking today, I was like, I should probably make it higher. Because I don't want to be eating 150 calories a serving the entire time I'm streaming. And it gives you something to save. Oh, there's Kai. Kai's going to make me do it. Okay, so hopefully that's the only one we hit. I won't stop you, though. If you get it, you get it. The rules are the rules. If you get Pippo, if you get a Ted mustache, I'm banning you. You know I hate that thing. This is a great spread. It's like half peanut, half regular. Oh, Emma wants a tax here. There you go. Schlatt's chops. You can get a Schlatt's chops, yeah. But you have to get them in place, real size. Okay, so you can hit me in the DMs. It is like a dog treat. You know I got that dog in me. Anybody watch the newest Love is Blind American season? That It's 25 bucks a spin. That's what I should do. Fuck the channel points. I should make you guys pay me $25 to spend 25 cents on my own machine to get my own candy. Yeah, my guilty pleasure this year, Love is Blind, the latest season. I think it aired in October, or like September, October. I'd never seen it before. I'd never watched any reality TV, like a whole season before. Like I'd seen a one-off episode of whatever, but I sat and watched the entire season live. Every week we would sit down and watch it, and honestly, it was fantastic. My sister, who's watched for years, was like, "Oh, I didn't really like this one. I think because there was a lot of drama, but fuck, I loved it. It was a shit show. It was awesome. And it was really fun to watch live because then you get to go on the Reddit and read the Reddit. And the Reddit was focused, you know, it was when Reddit's unfocused, it gets really rough. You want Reddit focus.
What are you going to do when hip-hop goes out?
Hip-hop is an attitude. It's right here. It's how you feel.
Let me see if, oh,
So it can't
God. Whoa, ew, that's a gross username. I'm not even gonna say that. Not even gonna say that. My Spotify Wrapped. I don't have my phone on me. I don't know where it is. But it's a Billie Eilish song. It's one of the new ones. Is my number one, and I think the rest is just gym like funk music. Oh, Charlie's on it. Your first Switch? Beanie got a Switch? Hell yeah. I don't know if it might be Chihiro. Congrats on the Switch. I'm so hyped for Switch 2. The leaks are starting to spin up. It's coming. It's coming. I bet next month we get the direct. It's not going to be December. I would be really surprised if it's December. I think next month we're going to get a Switch announcement, and I think next month we're going to get the Bloodborne announcement. Though, could be February. February is a big month for Nintendo for announcements. They usually do a direct in February. What it could be is January is like a Switch 2 announcement direct, and then February is like a traditional games direct. Somebody clip that, save it, put it in your pocket. Actually, Rue, thank you for the sub. 9 months. Hell yeah. Thank you very much. Actually, Rue. Rue is a little... Oh, the Hunger Games. That's where Rue is. I just listened to the Hunger Games on audiobook during our road trip. I don't even think we finished it because I was like, I hate this audiobook. I just hated it. The narrator was bad. Sorry. You got your Switch for 15 bucks in arcade machines? That's awesome. My stepbrother got a 2DS in an arcade machines. One of the ones, I think it was one where like the key has to go in and push it off. And it was a 2DS, and I think it came with Mario Kart 7. I think. It was a long time. It was 2014 or something. But it was a big fucking... To win a 2DS out of a arcade machine was awesome. 2DS was the first 3DS family console I bought. I love the 2DS. I thought it was really cool. I traded my 2DS in, though, which is a rare, weird thing for me to have done, for a new 3DS XL. 2DS, I'm old. I have a Game Boy Color. What if the 2DS you think is old? What? What was your first console? A Switch? 2014 was a decade ago. Wake up. Whoa, wait. Actually, Rue's older than me. Or you're just really fucking smart. Yeah, my first console was a hand-me-down Game Boy Color from a neighbor, and I had original Tetris on it. I had original Alleyway on it. I had Monsters, Inc., the video game, which was a cool clear cartridge. It was like a Game Boy Color game. I had Toy Story 2. I don't know if I had any more for the Game Boy Color, because then I 2004, I think I got my Game Boy Advance SP, and then that one I took off. Well, actually, I really didn't have a great library for that one. Pokemon Emerald was my main squeeze. And And then I got Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team, which I never beat. Because it was pretty hard. I actually, funny enough, speaking of that, I just got this used on eBay to try to get some nostalgia out of it. And so far, so good. Though not as fun as I was hoping. Kind of slow. Maybe it's just the intro's slow. I don't know. And then I had some movie tie-in games. I had Jimmy Neutron and the Attack of the Twonkies, which I actually played the shit out of that game. I had Lego Star Wars. Someone got me Lego Star Wars 2 for the Game Boy Advance. Terrible port. It's not a port. It's really an adaptation. It's its own thing. Volume Cheese 14. Thank you very much for gifting a sub to LA Beast Mode. Up to 8 subs. That probably puts you as a top gifter. Thank you very much, Volume Cheese. I'm not even being sarcastic because I would say only a small percentage actually give subs, so you could quickly rise through the ranks. Thank you very much, Volume. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the Lego Star Wars 2 game for the Game Boy Advance was so fucking bad, and I had already been playing. Like that was a gift like an uncle or an aunt or somebody got me. And it's really funny. I had like 20 games for my Game Boy Advance, and almost all of them were just like movie shit games, like The Incredibles or like Star Wars Attack of the Clones. Like that's not gonna be good on Game Boy Advance. You want Super Mario, you want Legend of Zelda, you want Metroid, you want Pokemon, you want the heavy hitters. You want something made by Nintendo. You don't want like bullshit. I had Spyro. That one was pretty good. Very hard though. I was playing it in Kenya because I brought my Game Boy. I was playing it in Kenya for the first time really since I had played it as a kid, and it's hard. It's really hard. But I think the biggest problem is the FOV is so narrow that I get lost, and it's really hard to like have reference points. So yeah, that game was good. It's a high quality game. Let me see if I have anything right here. These are all new games I've bought. Oh, look at that. This game right here, trash. So trash. Not that the game. Lego Star Wars 2 is an incredible game, but on the Game Boy, it might as well be just a piece of slop. It is awesome. I had been playing it as a kid well before I got that on my desktop. That gray. It wasn't the original like PS1 gray. It was that darker like 2004 gray. I've been playing it on the Dell desktop. And sometimes I didn't have a console, so when my friends would come over, we would play 2-player on that, and you could share a keyboard. So somebody would use WASD, the QE, and then somebody would use arrow keys like 1, 2, 3 or something. It was awesome. That old Lego Star Wars as a series was better than the new one. We bought the new one, Emma and I, and I sold it like a month later. It sucked. It was like a decent game, but not really what you're looking for in Lego Star Wars because it was too complicated. It was like a Ubisoft game. There's like a billion collectibles and menus and like Lego Star Wars always had collectibles, but it was very simple. It was like, here's the level. There's 5 of these hidden on it. Like it's very structured. This one was it was like a third-person shooter adventure, and it just didn't feel like a Lego game. But yeah, Lego Star Wars 1, 2, and then the complete saga. That's a trifecta right there. The oldest SpongeBob game I ever played, which I have a copy over there, is Battle for Bikini Bottom. Incredible game. It's a 3D platformer. It's like a Super Mario Sunshine where there's different worlds with levels in them, and then there's like a hub. The hub is like SpongeBob and Squidward's house, like the street, and then you could go into the different worlds and do levels. and at the end of each level was like I think it was a golden spatula instead of like a power star or whatever. And that game was awesome. The graphics were really good. The soundtrack's really good. The combat's fun and stuff. And then super random, like a total remake of it, or I guess a remaster. I mean, it was from the ground up, I think, on the Xbox One and PS4. And I bought it for Xbox One in like 2018 at the barracks in the Marine Corps, and I beat it. And it felt really good to beat it because I hadn't beat it on the GameCube because I was too little, and that shit was hard. It was hard to beat on Xbox, and I didn't even come close to 100%ing it. I probably beat it with like a 60% completion rate, which is abysmal for a game. So yeah. I think I'm just going to talk about games tonight, unless the conversation takes me somewhere else. I love talking about games. I have a fun fact about me. I actually have the best opinions on video games. They're the best you can get. I only play good games, and I only own good games. So if you guys are looking for the best opinions about games, I'm here for you. Of course I have a Wii U. I bought a Wii U at launch. I'm a Nintendo fan. Worst game I've ever played is The Incredibles for Game Boy Advance. Actually, no. Not The Incredibles. Ant Bully movie tie-in game for Game Boy Advance is the F tier game the most F tier game I've ever played. It's the F tier of F tiers. I got that for Christmas. Here, let me set this up for you. Christmas Eve, tradition in my family growing up, Christmas Eve was at my grandma's house, maternal grandma. So, and that's the only side I had cousins on. My dad's side, I have no cousins. So on my mom's side, I had a few cousins. Still only have a couple, like 3. And only 2 of them are relevant. So mom's side, grandma's house is Christmas Eve party every year. So it's like all my aunt and uncles on that side, some like even deeper relatives you hardly know, my cousins. And I was very close with my closest cousin's 2 years older than me. So she had a Game Boy and I had a Game Boy, so we would trade Pokemon, and she had Pokemon Emerald, I had Pokemon Emerald, and we would spend the summers together a lot. And so we were tight on the Game Boy stuff. So every Christmas we'd get there. They would stay for a few days, but I would show up like Christmas Eve, like 2 p.m. right, because my mom's gonna help set up for the party. And there's just tons of presents under the Christmas tree, and it's a very picturesque Christmas. And there's 2 that are cardboard boxes. They're wrapped under the tree. 2
Please, Tucker,
identical.
Tell me about how you feel about the wife, please.
Okay, stand by on that. Stop, Soapy. We'll get there. I'll recommend PS5 and Switch games if you remind me. Let me get through this. So there's 2 identical gifts, one for her, one for me. They're cardboard boxes. Like, I know them. They're Game Boy Advance. They're Game Boy Advance games. It's obvious. And I was like, oh my God, what if it's Fire Red and Leaf Green? Like, I was peak Pokemon phase. So you can imagine the hype. Like, if you're my age or around it, and like Pokemon was, and you had your own Game Boy with your own link cable, Pokemon was it. That was it. And we both had Emerald, and we were so obsessed with it. So I was like, oh my God, what if it's Fire Red and Leaf Green? I was like, even if it's Ruby and Sapphire, I'd be stoked. Like, because with Pokemon too, you can only have one save file. So even the chance to play the same game again would be awesome. But I was like, oh my God, Fire Red and Leaf Green. Or if it was like Super Mario Kart or Super Mario Circuit, whatever the fuck it's called, or Super Mario World, or it could be any number of like incredible games for us. It was fucking 2 copies of Ant Bully, the movie. I haven't even fucking seen Ant Bully, which is like a shitty ripoff of like A Bug's Life almost. I was so disappointed. It is still just like plaguing my life. I hate Ant Bully, and I hate Ant Bully the video game. And had that been Pokemon Fire Red, it literally would have changed the entire trajectory of my life. I still want to own a copy of Pokemon Fire Red. No one will get it for me. I've been asking for Pokemon Fire Red on my Christmas wish list for like 20 fucking years. still haven't got it. I remember opening that up and being, maybe that's spoiled, but I don't give a fuck. I'm getting this off my chest. I was so disappointed to get not like a legitimate GBA game. Like, come on, you had one job. Like, you couldn't have gone to the guy at Kmart and been like, what's the top selling GBA game? Like, okay, we'll take that. Because I guarantee fucking to you, it amply had to have been one of the worst selling GBA games of all time. All right, that's the rant. Okay, so PS5 games besides Silent Hill, I'll tell you right now, the one you should be getting, I'm going to give you two. I'm going to give you two here. So if you're looking for something long, challenging, traditional action game, the Demon Souls remake is the best, most impressive graphical game on PS5. This is a launch title. This is the first game I played on PS5. It's beautiful. I think it's a faithful remake. There's some artistic choices that are maybe not perfect, but who fucking cares? This is awesome, and I hope Bloodborne's getting this. You should play this. It's also very hard. Chase Hair, thank you for the sub. 13-month streak. Okay, so somebody tied Sid. Thank you very much, Chase Hair. Appreciate it. My second recommendation is Stray. Stray is amazing. It will make you tear up at a minimum if you beat it. It sets itself up for a sequel. I hope it's coming. The lighting is beautiful. I think physical copies might have been limited, so fuck you. I got one day one. Check these out. It's all like neon cyberpunk-esque aesthetic, which the PS5 runs beautifully. I did hear about Sony buying FromSoft. Right now I'm indifferent. I know people on Reddit are outraged or whatever. I'd rather them not, but hey, hell of a lot better than Microsoft buying them, right? Switch recommendations, that's easier. If you can get your hands on it, I think Super Mario 3D All-Stars is probably the best bang for your buck when it launched. I don't know what the aftermarket value is now because that was a limited run, which is weird that Nintendo did that. It would have sold really well regardless. That's it. Awesome game. Metroid Prime Remastered. That's my favorite game on Switch. Favorite game on GameCube too. But Metroid Prime Remastered is definitely the best looking game on Switch. Its graphics are awesome. It runs at 60 FPS. What else? Mario Odyssey is pretty good. Wasn't my favorite though. Galaxy blows it out of the water, I think. At least if you compare them for the time. Let me look. Let me take a look. Captain Toad, which I have streamed. That one is a hidden gem, I think. That one's really good. Oh, Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. I loved Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. The FPS can get a little sloppy at times, which is crazy because it's a top-down. But that one's really good. I will be so impressed if you can beat Link's Awakening without looking anything up. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Highly recommend. That's an awesome 2D platformer. That's like peak modern 2D platforming. Oh, Pikmin 3. Pikmin 3 is incredible, but it's pretty short. Don't pay $60 for Pikmin 3. If you can get like 40 or under, okay. But it's a short game. Like, a short as in you can 100% it in like one run. But why was Link sleeping? I don't know. Metroid Dread. Metroid Dread's really good. It's a 2D Metroid. It's got 3D graphics, but it's 2D. And that one's very good. Very well done. I don't like the art style as much as Prime, but it's still very good. I would buy it again. Yep, I'd say those are my picks. I mean, there's obviously like Breath of the Wild and all those, but I try to give you slightly more unfamiliar ones. Okay, Wii Fit. I remember playing Wii Fit for the first time. My cousins, the cousin I was talking about before, they were the ones in my life. They were the biggest players that had the GameCube growing up, which I inspired a whole host of things. But I wish I was Scott DeWaz, dude. I love Scott DeWaz. So I've been watching
Are
Scott
you secretly
DeWaz.
Scott DeWaz?
I've been watching Scott DeWaz and Nakey Jakey since they were way smaller. Paul Peno, thank you very much for the 9-month streak. I
can
love
count
having you in the
pixels on
chat.
screen. My internet is that shit.
Oh, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. Maybe you should save the money that you spent on my sub and put it towards internet upgrade if that's possible. But thank you anyway for the sub. Appreciate it. But if you need to use it for yourself, you should. Yeah, they had a GameCube, and that's where Chase Hare tipped with $5. Whoa. Chase Hare, I absolutely have a PO box, and I will absolutely take a 30th anniversary controller from you. Yeah, please send it to me. I would love to have that. You should absolutely be sending it to me. Because I will use that controller exclusively on stream for the rest of my streaming time, which will be indefinitely. So yeah, please do that immediately. You should actually be heading to the UPS store right now, because if you're West Coast, they should still be open, I think. I'm just kidding, but if you want to send it, I would take that with a smile on my face. Router, yeah, you should get a router, Paul Pena. You should get a router. What was I saying? Oh yeah, they had the GameCube, and that's where, which is weird because they're like farm people that are like Chase Hare. Thank you very much. That if you pull that off, that's your go-to chatter, for real. Hold on, Troy Prime, send it again when I get through this. They had the GameCube, which was weird because they're like farm people. They like build their own. They're almost Amish-esque. I love them, but they do kind of reject technology. But yet they had a GameCube, which was crazy. And I was so obsessed with their GameCube. Like I get to play it at Christmas. I get to play it in the summer. But then they got the Wii in like probably 2000. Whenever Wii Fit launched, that got them the Wii because my aunt was on a big health kick at the time. So Wii Fit was like, you know, the trendy health tech item. It was like the Fitbit of that time or something like that, or the Apple Watch now. So yeah, they got that. I remember when they brought the Wii to our summer house because my mom, all her siblings share a summer house. So in the summers we can all meet there, which is incredible. I'm very blessed to have that option in my life. Anyway, they brought it. The Wii at the time, I was probably 10 the first time I played it. That was whoa, Weezer, don't take us into the shower. TMI. The Wii felt super futuristic. It was like maximum Fruitiger Arrow vibes, I think. And Wii Fit was really fun. Told every fucking person that you were obese. Anybody hopped on that Wii thing, did the BMI thing, it was like, oh yeah, you're obese. I was like, dude, I'm 10. How the fuck am I obese? I'm the most obese I've ever been. Actually, no. 2 months ago I was. But now we're cruising. We are cruising to the bottom, dude. I'm trying to have the opposite problem, at least for a minute. But yeah, it told me at 10 that I was obese and that my balance sucked. Both of which weren't true. But Wii Fit was really fun. I loved Wii Fit. I kind of wish that there was something that felt that cool. Like the Wii balance board being wireless and a thing was really cool. Because at the time, motion controls were new and cool and very futuristic. And a thing that connected to your TV that could tell you all about your weight and give you like minimalist fitness in real time. That was cool. Whoa, LA Beast Mode. Don't be flexing on everybody like that. Kai, I read online, if you're struggling with thyroid issues, you should try taking in more iodine. So like you can get iodine salt. Like if you buy like bulk salt, it'd be like added iodine and stuff. Or I think you can get iodine added one or something. I think. Take this with a literal grain of salt here. I was reading this online for I don't know why, and yeah, I think the U.S. took iodine out of something, So now a lot of people have thyroid issues, and there's a connection with iodine deficiency. I don't know. Look into it. I think I saw it online. Not that seeing shit online means anything these days. Favorite SSX tricky map? Like, okay, Spart, here's the deal. I'm going to be a little generic with it. It's Garibaldi. I mean, of course it's Garibaldi. It's the first map. It's the best map. It's the map you can set high scores on. I think it's easier in SSX tricky to did Ted and Schlatt get to read my letter? No, they haven't. But I can send them a picture of it. I have a feeling Ted will care more. But I'll send it to both of them. Oh yeah. So maps I don't like in SSX tricky. And also, question for you, Spar: are you playing it, or do you play it, or have you played it? I don't like Mesa Blanca. I like the setting, like the American Southwest, cool, but the course is a little rough. I don't like Tokyo Megaplex. I think it's too silly. It's too silly for me. I'm here for serious snowboarding and serious tricks. So Tokyo Megaplex ain't it. Mercury City is like so-so. Aloha Ice Jam is so-so. I like the setting. I think like a snowy ski course in Hawaii is cool. Like, that's kind of a silly concept, but I like a silly concept done seriously, as if it's real. Which I guess it kind of is, but it's kind of a pain in the ass to race that course and trick that course. If you've played it, you'll know what I mean. It's too fast and too tight. Yeah, absolutely grab your PS2. I'm grabbing my PS3 when I'm home for Christmas, and I'm playing all these, dude. All these. Fucking GTA 4 with all fucking Gay Tony and Lost and Damned. Oblivion, never played before. Uncharted, the first, never played before. And Resistance 3, which I got a taste of when I was like 13 or 14 or something. And I, maybe actually 12 or something. But, so yeah. Garibaldi's great. Snow Dream's really good. Elysium Alps is really good. Mesa Blanca sucks. Mercury City's okay. Megaplex sucks. Megaplex is a pain in the ass to race. To do the race world circuit sucks. Alaska is really good. Alaska's a fantastic course. Pipe Dream, which is a kind of a bonus course, not my favorite. I don't ever play it, and I like Untracked. I think that's all of them. I'm gonna be bummed if I missed one. I'll be embarrassed. We played a lot of SSX Tricky over Thanksgiving. I brought my GameCube to Thanksgiving, and we played a lot of SSX Tricky. We played a lot of Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, and we played a lot of NBA Streets Volume 2, which I set a new trick record that week, but I did it on someone else's profile name. You pick like a profile name in the game, which was really frustrating. I picked Emma's dad's profile name. He's trash, dude. He sucks so bad. Larry, I'm calling you out. He's not watching, but maybe one of his daughters is. I could see it. One of Emma's sisters, I could see them watching. Left 4 Dead's not on the GameCube. It's a great game. That's when I was... So 2020, I got out of the Marine Corps. I moved into my mom's basement for like 6 months because we got engaged, and then we were waiting on the wedding, which was in the spring. And so I was just working for my dad, and I was living in my mom's basement. So Emma would spend a lot of time with us. She would come for like 2 weeks at a time or something. Her and my sister played all of Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 split screen on my Xbox. And they aren't really gamers, or they weren't at least. So that was like a way to get them into games. And it was their first real first-person shooter experience. And they loved it. It was really fun. And I was deep into playing War Thunder and Squad and Hell Let Loose like nightly with my friends. We, at that time, still all hung out regularly online. And I was really into drinking too. Oh my gosh. I'd come home with like a 12-pack every night. It was awesome. But I gained a lot of fucking weight. So, what else? When am I playing Phasmophobia? I have no idea. I have a long laundry list of games. Right now, I would love to get through God of War. I've been putting off playing God of War since it came out, so I need to do it. What do you think about the GameCube system menu? I think it's cool. I love video game console system menus, but we don't get to see them too often. At least in that generation, I mean, we didn't get to see them too often. Have I ever heard of Super Mario? Of course. I love Super Mario. I should play with you and Kai. Wait, what do you... Oh, is it a multiplayer?
Do you remember Mario?
I don't know what it is. Do you remember Mario? I love Mario. I wish more Mario games would come out. Good ones, though. Good ones. Mario and Luigi, like, those games, not it. Not for me. I would love to see a... This is a stretch. I would love to see a new Mario game, a new 2D Mario in a 16-bit style, like Super Mario World. I would love a Super Mario World 2. I think that would be so cool. It probably wouldn't sell well because, I don't know, people don't want that anymore, but I think that's super timeless. But more realistically, you want to do a drunk Mario Kart stream? We can do it right now. I'm just kidding. I'm not drunk. I've had like 3 sips of this, but this is strong as hell. Switch 2, you can quote me. It's certainly going to launch with a new 3D Mario title. Because the last 3D Mario title we got that was original was Mario Odyssey, which was a Switch launch title in 2017. So we will be getting a new one with Switch 2. I really hope it's not Odyssey 2. I would be really disappointed in that. Odyssey's great, but like, let's get something original. I want to see something weird. I want to see like a Sunshine, but not too weird. Sunshine's weird, but it's serious. Super Mario Wonder, I felt like was kind of silly, and Super Mario 3D World was also kind of silly. Like, I felt like the cat suits, I felt like I was losing a part of me with the cat suit thing. That was off-putting. I didn't like it. Maybe that's petty, but that's how I feel. Am I gonna get Scott the U2s? I wasn't planning on it, but maybe. I forgot those were coming out. I did see the announcement, but then I forgot about it. Oh yeah, I love Super Mario Sunshine. That was my first Super Mario 3D Mario game. It's my first 3D platformer, I think, and it's a great game. It's a flawed game. It's a fantastic setting, but there's some great levels, but there's also some really shitty levels. I've been playing through it on my 3D All Stars just over the years, chipping away at it, and there are some levels that suck pretty bad. Skibbity. It's very weird. So skibbity's not a word I ever say because I'm an adult. And so I only see it online, right? Like I interact, at least not this year, but the years past, I was interacting with like a lot of toddlers through Emma's family. They got a lot of kids going on right now, which is really fun. But they're too little. It was like 0 through kindergarten. They don't know all that shit. So skibbity's like, you have to be like a sentient kid to say that shit. You have to be like a middle schooler. And so I don't interact with a lot of middle schoolers. So when you're out in town, you're out, you're on public transit or something, and you hear some kid say skibbity, you're like, whoa, I didn't know people actually said that. I never heard that in the wild. So it's weird. I didn't know kids are saying that. What, Lunchly? Wait, is Lunchly the new like Lunchables thing by Logan Paul, or is that one by Mr. Beast or something? Pokemon Legends ZA. I don't care. Pokemon lost me, dude. They stopped caring, and so I stopped caring about them. Yeah, my aunt just retired this year. She was a 5th grade teacher for 20 years or whatever, 25 years. Yeah, it's got to be like, well, maybe 30 years. I don't know. A long fucking time. And she said it has gotten really bad. My mom has always said she works in like a rougher school system. But she says it's gotten really bad. And kids are worse than ever, which sucks. My kids aren't gonna be bad. They're gonna be good kids. That's we'll stop there. Because I wouldn't be able to handle that. Snoozy's here. Where's Snoozy? Do you have a favorite game soundtrack? Well, the last 2 months, it's been Silent Hill 2 soundtrack. Are you kidding me? Silent Hill 2 soundtrack is fucking good and also really emotional if you know what it all means. Which I guess no one truly does, but we can all have our own theories. But Silent Hill 2 soundtrack's so good. Mario Galaxy soundtrack is incredible, full orchestra. Metroid Prime soundtrack's really good too. Pokemon Emerald soundtrack's good, but that one I can admit that might be nostalgia, because it is just like 16-bit, whatever. But it's so trumpet heavy, which is so fun. How long do you have to submit merch ideas? Like, we have a call on Friday, so if you get them in before Friday, it's Friday like 4 p.m. Eastern. I have the call, so. Or like 5 p.m. Eastern, actually. Or no, yeah, like 4 p.m. Eastern. So get them before that. You get a decent chance at actually getting on merch. What's up? Malty Gadaguda. Oh, you were here yesterday. Or maybe 2 days ago. I don't know. I'm lost. What else do I got? What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, the soundtracks for games. Dark Souls 1. Fantastic soundtrack. That's like a minimalist soundtrack. You know, you only get so many songs. I mean, there are games. Those are games that all have like original music, but then there's games that have like soundtracks. Like NBA Streets has a great soundtrack, but they're real songs. Like Grand Theft Autos have real songs. Someone checked your 10,000 plus YouTube notifications. I spent 2 years farming them many. What should I do about this? You should subscribe to Tucker Keen and Tucker Keen VODs. And you can comment on my stuff and I'll reply to you so you get a notification. I'll like your comments so you get a notification. I might even heart them if they're good. I might heart your comment. So there you go. That's a good way to farm them. We're both that way. It's a mutualistic relationship. I'm not in front of a green screen. No, this is all real. I had my green screen over here, but I finished filming, so I put it away. I've never played Final Fantasy or Baldur's Gate. I'd be inclined to play Baldur's Gate maybe. I have a little D&D experience now, so yeah. But I have never played Final Fantasy. Oh, Kai, that's a goated comment right there. I'll screenshot it. I'm going to actually watch this, Kai. Watch this. Kai, go to the Tuckcore general chat. We're about to do something right now. Bingo. No, pancakes, I can't. I already said too much. Emma gave me a dirty look. I've never played Stalker. I have played Fallout 3, New Vegas. I've beaten 3. I've beaten New Vegas a bunch. And I've played 4 most of the way through, but I gave up. Because 4, I felt like wasn't Fallout-y enough for me. So, yeah. Sonic, I'm not a Sonic guy. I don't play Sonic basically on principle. Because growing up, I was always like, no, I play Mario. I'm a Mario kid. Sonic's for people that don't play Mario. So I kind of have just a negative bias that I'm okay with having for the rest of my life. I'll probably never play Sonic. I just can't do it. And I remember when they added Sonic to Smash Brawl, I was really bummed. I was legitimately like, ooh, that hurts my soul. I didn't think he earned it. What do you think about Schlatt's new album? It's great. It's great. I think Domo was using it as his stream intro music the other day, which was pretty fun. But I've heard it a bunch. I'm also waiting on my vinyl, Schlatt. You said you audibly told me in person, yeah, you'll get a vinyl. I'll get you one. So we'll see. I just sent Schlatt some mail, so maybe he'll, reciprocate. I actually have a. It's back there. Schlack got me a book at an antique store or something. It's called Stalking Birds with Color Camera. And obviously it's from when color photography was in its infancy. You had a split household, PlayStation Sonic with dad and Nintendo Mario with mom. Oof. Dad was struggling. I bet you lived with your mom and you went to your dad's every other weekend and on Wednesday nights. Am I right? Or am I projecting my own childhood? My dad hates video games. He has never bought me a video game. He never will. And the only video games he ever played with me, I think he tried to play Forza with me once, and he played Wii Sports Golf and Archery with me once. And that's it. And he would just be pissed when I'd be playing Xbox at his house. But I was like, it sucked. Supa tipped with $3. Thank you very much. You're in a room with 100,000 spiders of... Oh, I fucking missed it. Where'd it go? You're in a room with 100,000 spiders, all different types. Lights on or off? Let's go on. I like spiders. I think they're pretty cool. Spiders don't scare me at all. It's funny. When Emma and I play video games and there's spider enemies or something, or if like there's a horror movie and there's spider stuff, she gets like legitimately bummed out. But I've never really had a problem. I mean... Yeah, Diablo. There's a bunch of... We've been playing Diablo 3, which we should play that tomorrow. We should play tomorrow. But we got to move the PS5. That's the problem. Pain. I can do it. Spiders don't really bother me. I think spiders are pretty cool. And I've never been bit by one. Knock on wood. And I don't know. They seem pretty chill. Some people are terrified of spiders. I've never really got it. Chat with Emma stream one day. Take it up with her, Soft Soapy. That's out of my control. She's a breadwinner, so. Kai says hi, Emma. She can't hear because she's editing. She's editing audio. You've been hospitalized for a spider bite? Your whole thigh was swollen and red? Fuck, that sucks. There have been times where I've had a weird bite that I'm like, I wonder if that is a spider, but I don't know. I'm drinking this is Kraken rum. It's probably 65% Kraken rum, 35% Diet Pepsi. Emma does watch Dancing with the Stars. They were watching it in Kenya, and they were watching it over Thanksgiving. I hate it. I can't stand Dancing with the Stars. I think it's really boring. I think Dancing with the Stars is more for if you follow celebrities and you're like, oh, you're kind of invested in like these celebrities. So I don't, So yeah, what's that ratio? Where? Oh, I bet in the general chat. Would you guys? This is a question. We're gonna do a little question here. We're gonna do a little data analysis. Well, I guess we're gonna get some data and then we will analyze it. If there were to be a premium service, let's just call it a podcast, but I don't know if that's what it would be. But a premium show. Let's say it was part of a package where you could pay per month $3, $5, I don't know. And one of the things would be Emma and I would do like a 30-minute or an hour show about a reality show. So like every week we'd put out an episode talking about the last Love is Blind episode. Would you guys be interested? Emma and I would both be on camera, both have microphones, and we would be, going over our notes for that episode. I'm getting a lot of yeses. I've also gotten a no, though. Pro Taco. Somebody banned Pro Taco. So I'm glad to see a lot of yeses because it's something we're interested in doing as part of a bigger picture thing that is coming your way in 2025. and I'm kind of testing the waters. Got to have some conversations with some people, but it's totally in our wheelhouse for something we want to do. And it would be a great way to fund stuff. Has Emma seen The Rookie? No, she gave me a really light no head shake over there. Dead eyes too. She says she's dying. She's deep in the chuckle edit. What was I gonna say? I don't know. It's hard to keep track of what's going on when you're on camera. Oh, I can't keep a secret. I'm actually really good at keeping secrets, I think. I just like teasing people a little bit. I like you guys are really good. When I have given you guys a little tidbits, you guys don't leak them, which is great, and that means you're gonna get more forever. Did I leak the vinyl? I might have. I don't know. I didn't know it was private. No one told me it was private. House MD. We've been watching Veep. If you haven't watched Veep, it's on HBO, which is the most valuable streaming service. I will die saying that. I did see an insurance. This word non sequitur here. Metal though just remind me. The CEO of a health insurance company got assassinated in New York City today. That's fucking crazy. That's some wild shit. I don't want to be insensitive, but I do understand the frustration with the health insurance system in America. It is a frustrating thing, especially if you're in the income bracket where you can't get Medicare or like free government health care, but you basically can't afford private health care, which you have to get. You kind of just get fucked. And as somebody who's been fucked, it does suck. I guess I haven't been fucked per se, but I think the whole system's fucked. And I think that our healthcare should be free. I'm going to make a political statement. I think U.S. healthcare should be free. And I think that because I would rather us have free healthcare than send $100 billion trillion to fund wars. So yeah, maybe that's controversial, but if you think that's controversial, I don't care. Why are we dropping bombs when we could be saving American lives from themselves? I don't know. Madidio, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. 8-month streak. It's been a blast having you.
Still going strong.
I'm a big proponent of. We've been spending way too much on the military. I was in the military, served honorably. I'm a veteran, and I say we should be cutting the military budget a little bit, at least a little, or at least we don't need to increase it next year. Maybe we can take the 50 or 100 billion that it was going to go up, and maybe we give that to people in the form of free healthcare. But also, complicated issue. Americans are allowed to eat basically whatever they want, including dangerous chemicals. So that makes us really unhealthy and very expensive to maintain. In Europe and other countries, you can't eat Red 40. You can't eat corn syrup. So people are less sick all the time. So it's a trade-off. But yeah, free healthcare should be a thing because we're already paying for it. We're just not getting it. Yeah. Your boyfriend's a grunt and he gets pretty horrid pay. I was a grunt and we got, I felt like pretty adequate pay. Pay across the military is the same across all branches. It's based on rank, and I got out as an E4. I think I'm technically an E5 now, but I never wore that rank. They kind of just give it because I got it on like the inactive reserve, so I don't know what to identify as. E4 I wore though, and E4 pay was pretty decent. You pay for your food whether you eat it or not. That's irritating. But yeah, I ate a lot of red. There's a lot of fucking Red 40 in that baby right there. That's 50% Red 40. He's a Lance. Oh, so he's in the Marine Corps. Lance is fun, Lance is a fun rank, although I was probably the most depressed I've ever been in my life when I was a Lance. That was a dark time. Let me read some of these. A grunt is a infantryman. It's like I think civilians might think that's a derogatory term, but I think most grunts think of that as a term of endearment. It's just an old term for an infantryman. So somebody whose job is to have a rifle or a machine gun or a rocket launcher and be on the ground fighting the enemy. Whether they actually do that or not is a different story. Most of the time they just sweep and mop and bleach the floor. But theoretically, they're the ones on the ground doing the hard stuff. But yeah, we got paid pretty decently, I thought. I think most guys in the military just don't spend or save. They don't spend wisely and they don't save money. So that's kind of the bigger issue. When I got out of the Marine Corps, I mean, gas was cheap and cars were really in a good spot price-wise at the time. But I bought my 2017 Subaru Outback. I bought it in 2018. It had 15,000 miles on it. I bought it certified pre-owned from the dealer with all the California registration plates and everything. It was like 24 grand. And I almost paid the entire thing off in the second half of my enlistment. So, and I was always the one that bought the beer, bought the snacks, bought people takeout. So and I was always buying Emma flights to and from California. So military members bitch about their pay, but you have no bills unless you want them. So, although I had to pay my Spectrum internet bill, which was like $70 a month, which sucked. Though that I almost never had a problem with them in the barracks. And my mom paid my Verizon phone bill. Sorry, guys. She's actually still paying it. Mom is still paying my Verizon phone bill. I'm still on that family plan. We have a joke, me and Emma and a lot of our friends our age, is that like the phone family plan is kind of just like a don't ask, don't tell situation. You don't ask about it. You try to avoid the subject at all costs because the idea of having to switch the line into a new account is almost not even worth the cost of doing it, because holy hell, talking to Verizon is like a nightmare in and of itself, or any phone carrier. Maybe Ryan Reynolds' new carrier is good, but oh my gosh, I hate Verizon, T-Mobile, and AT&T are the three I've dealt with, and they suck. Shout out to Net10. Net10 was a pay-as-you-go phone that you had to buy like gift cards for that I had when I was 6th, 7th grader. Yeah, I think my mom would lose money if I left because I'm the one bringing the military discount to the family plan too. So I think their bill would go up if I were to leave. So it's looking good for me, guys. I'm going to ride that shit. Literally, if we go another decade on that, I'll be very happy. I'll be kicking my kids off that shit ASAP, though. You hit 18, boom, you're out. See you later. Emma's dad, I think, he's paying hers, too, because she's on their family plan. Google Fi only to pay what you use? Well, I use a lot. I remember, for those of you who are a little older, my age, if you're between like 22 and 28, you'll probably resonate, maybe 24 and 30, maybe it should actually be older. You'll probably resonate with when smartphones first hit. So I'm talking like iPhone 3, 4, 5, and maybe 6. I had iPhone 4. Unlimited data wasn't really an option yet. So we would have like, as a family, so me, my mom, my sister, maybe both my sisters, it would be like, oh, we have 8 gigabytes this month. So everybody like used 2, right? Like it was like everybody used 2. And like fourth day of the month hits, and I've already used like 5.5. Because how are you gonna Snapchat and go on Reddit without using data? Like, I'm in high school. Like, I can't not use data. Like, and I would be like, Mom, like, everything uses data. Like, and I would always get so mad because I knew, I said, this is gonna be so irrelevant. Like, a year from now. Like, a year from now, we're going to go unlimited data and we're never going to look back because the world's moving in that direction. I knew in my heart, and it happened. I have unlimited data. I haven't thought about a data limit I'll probably use like a terabyte a month. And, but man, when your mom would send that angry fucking text, or like what would happen actually is you would get an automated text to everyone on your family plan. That would be from Verizon. It would say, you have 10% of your remaining balance, or you have 10% of your data allotment remaining, or something like that. And it was like, oh shit. I can just like count. It's going to be like T-minus 30 seconds till I get a fucking fuming text from my mom. And it happened probably every single month for like 18 months until inevitably unlimited data hit. And they would charge you like $10 to $30 a gigabyte extra. And it was like a gigabyte. That's like one HD YouTube video. Like, that's ridiculous. I upload my VODs every night on YouTube, and they're like 8-10 gigs a piece. So yeah, Wi-Fi even used to have data limits, which is crazy. But yeah, those data limit texts were really fucking scary. What's the equivalent of a data text now? I don't know if there is one. We have it pretty good these days. Like, everyone has well, now it's probably, as an adult, it's probably the electric bill. When we first moved, so our original apartment, we didn't have to pay electric. It was included. We were the first ones to move into the building, so maybe it was like a incentive. But then we moved within the building, and now we have to pay electric. And we moved in the summer. The AC wasn't working for a month or two, and we were trying to get work. So once it got working, we were like, we're just going to run this shit. And we basically ran the AC 24/7, and then till we got the bill. The bill was like $300. So since then, we've been pretty conservative about our electricity use, especially with the AC heater. Yeah, lucky for us, we have electric heat and AC, I think. So it's like built into the ceiling. I don't know. It's not a window unit. Yeah, my PC, I don't use my PS4 on rest mode anymore. My PC I get worried about, and Emma's on the laptop, which is a beefy laptop. And these lights I keep on all the time, but I don't use the overhead light. But these probably use more, because this is just a nicer lighting. Damn, 288. Mine are typically under 100 when not going, since the $300 fiasco. We have a wood stove, so we never use heat. Wow, you're living the dream. I want a wood stove so bad. I love a fire. It's been pretty cold this winter so far, which has been nice because the winter... some people, I know this, some of you don't want to hear this. This is going to be controversial, but the winter is supposed to be cold. And back in my day, it was cold. Back in my day, we got school canceled because it was too cold to go to school. So now that that's been kind of coming back, it's been nice because that means we get like less invasive insects and invasive plants and stuff because they die when it hits too cold. At least up north. Yeah, AC is super inefficient, I feel like. Well, 46 isn't that cold. Not Evie. 46 isn't that cold. It's been below freezing during the day for like the last 2 weeks in most of upstate New York, which has been great. It's been great. Like every single day, there's been flurries in the air, which is just a really good vibe. It's a cozy vibe. Yeah, I've been watching. So I'm like a maps nerd. So I go on windy.com like probably 8 times a day. And if you sort by temperature, it's really pretty. It'll color code like the US. I recommend you do this right now. It's fun. Windy.com, sort by temperature. It'll color code. And yeah, the whole US has been blue lately, especially at night, which has been awesome. Yeah, Windy app's great. There are occasionally I feel like it's a little less accurate, but like what weather app isn't? Weather is so hard to predict. Damn, Wyoming's warm. Winter weather. I don't know about summer, but for winter weather, which I feel like I track more closely in the US, is more wind current based than anything. So like we have like La Nina and El Nino, and then in between years, and those are based on the wind currents. So usually we get like 5 to 10 years of really cold, snowy winter, and then we get like 5 to 10 years of like warmer, rainier winter or drier winter. So I think we're pivoting back, because when I was in high school, we got a lot of snow. Like middle school, high school, a lot of snow. So yeah, I'm hoping we get some lake effect snow. Yeah, like Buffalo, New York, Rochester, New York, those places get, which they aren't high latitudes by any means, but they get a lot of snow. It's crazy. I would love to get that much snow. But if I become a homeowner, which hopefully next year I will, because we want to buy, not rent, because it's like the same monthly cost. But it is so complicated. It's really hard, and it is very stressful. I'm dealing with that right now, and it sucks. God bless you if you've gone through that. It's also not a buyer's market, and I don't think it ever will be again. But then I might not be praying for a super heavy winter, because I'll have to be in charge of my own house and my own roof. In which case I will not want 4 feet of snow, because that's kind of dangerous. Yeah, Bimbo. I literally will be like, like to Emma, like in a daily conversation, I'll be like, yeah, Bimbo is a homeowner. Like you will come up in my daily conversation as like a inspiration. So good for you. But ew, yeah, I know, gross, right? Parasocial. But I'm hoping for a lot of snow so I can at least get some skiing in this year. I love to ski. I was a varsity ski racer in high school, which is probably a pretty niche thing. I was very lucky to have that. My parents were both ski instructors growing up, or when they were younger. That's how they met, and that's how they had me. They had me on the slopes, actually. And then, so growing up, I learned to ski as soon as I could walk. My sisters got hand-me-down equipment. They learned how to do it. So it's like a family tradition. And Emma's family, her dad skis, which is great. And some of her cousins ski. So I'm trying to teach Emma, but we didn't make a lot of progress last year. We had some meltdowns. We had some arguments. Learning a new skill like that as an adult is really hard. It's not, as a kid, you can just pick shit up. But I'm hoping we can get a good year in, because it hasn't been great. And when I was in the Marine Corps, I didn't ski at all, because I was spending my winters in the desert. Racing's okay. I didn't love racing, but I think I would like racing more now, maybe. But as in high school, I didn't love it. But oh, you had the skiing leash. I always look down on those kids. Don't finish my soda. We have 2 sodas left. I'm afraid you're going to drink mine. Winter means duck and goose hunting. I went goose hunting twice last year. Well, we were goose and duck hunting. Just happened to be all geese. Diet soda means a lot when you're dieting. I'll promise you that. Yeah, last year I went hunting twice birds, both times all geese. I had a blast. And so I've been itching to do it myself. Only problem is you need a really specific type of shotgun for that, which is expensive. So if anyone wants to donate like 1,800 to $2,000 right now, I'll buy one this week. But I imagine none of you are gonna do that, so maybe sometime next summer I'll get one. I would really like to do it. But I don't have the equipment to do it. You can't just take any gun and go hunt ducks. You need a really specific type of shotgun for that. But it is a blast. It's picturesque. It's cinematic. It's super exciting, and you get the freshest, wild, free-range meat you can. Since you got back from Kenya, is there another country you'd like to visit for wildlife? South Africa. I've heard South Africa is as good, if not better, than Kenya for safari. So I'd love to go to South Africa. Also, would love to go to like either Brazil or some other country attached to the Amazon rainforest, and also the Galapagos Islands. Those are my in Alaska. Those are my wildlife hitters that I would like to do. Let me read some of these. Your boyfriend's going to Bridgeport. I never went to Bridgeport. I had a lot of buddies who went to Bridgeport, but my platoon never got the opportunity. Where does Mr. Soap live? What state? The gun I'm shooting for, Bimbo, is not cheap anywhere in the U.S. I'm looking for a Benelli Super Black Eagle 3 in walnut. That's what I'm looking for ducks. Favorite Amazonian bird? I don't even know. Germany's a huge base. Well, Bimbo, it's a very, very nice. It's a high quality. I'm the kind of person where I would rather wait and save and wait and save and wait and save and get the actual thing I want the most, rather than buy something shitty immediately. So yeah. Damn, we got some fucking gun owners in here. What side of Twitch? We're on the right side of Twitch, I guess, huh? Favorite Frog and Toad? I love Frog and Toad. I remember a core memory of mine is I was probably like 5 or 6, and I read Frog and Toad. And I felt so accomplished that I read this book alone. Because I don't know why, but as a really little kid, that felt like a real book. I could probably read it in like 2 minutes now, but yeah. What's your favorite gun that you fired or want to buy? Favorite that I fired? I fired this is a fun niche one. When we went to Ox Ranch, I fired a PPSH, full auto Soviet submachine gun from World War II. That was really cool. The 240 and the 50 machine gun in the Marine Corps are very cool. But the M14 platform is probably my favorite for just like target shooting. A 20 gauge is cool. I don't think I've ever shot a 20 gauge. Maybe? But I'm more of a 12 gauge guy. Yeah, I don't know what that one is, soft soapy. I feel bad. I should know. A 50 cal black powder musket. That's cool. Yeah, the PPSH. The PPSH was really cool. It was cool to fire that after playing like Call of Duty and Red Orchestra. And if you played Red Orchestra 2, you're cool. That's a fact. You're cool. But yeah, to shoot like a old school weapon like that that's super popular in media was pretty cool. We were actually, here's a fun fact about that video. We were supposed to shoot an MP40 because I picked out the MP40 just because I was like, I've held an MP40 before. They're super heavy because they're like full metal. I wanted to shoot it, but their MP40 was broken or something. So we didn't. And I think the I think the M1 Grand replaced the MP40. I think. Which was cool to fire an M1 Grand, but I'm pretty familiar with the M14, which is just about the same thing. Yeah, I played Rising Storm 2 Vietnam at PAX East at their display booth way before the game launched. They had like a beta booth, and you could play like they had like a LAN party thing going on. I think Ted was there, Moses was there, and then maybe a couple others from high school. And we played Rising Storm 2 Vietnam before it launched. And if you go watch a specific Tripwire Interactive video on YouTube somewhere, it's in my favorite somewhere, you can see us playing it at like 17 years old. That was really cool. Rising Storm 2 Vietnam, I didn't actually like as much as Red Orchestra. It was still good, but Red Orchestra 2 was awesome. And / Rising Storm 1, like the same thing. A pink pistol, that's heresy. No. Get a normal blued steel, please. Or / wood. What's up, Chimichari? Rising Storm 2, the maps and / the gameplay, like the wave style combat, I felt like didn't pair well with Vietnam's setting. Like wave style combat pairs really well with World War II because we were doing wave style combat in World War II, but in Vietnam it didn't pair as well. So I don't know. I didn't love it. Yeah, firearms are incredibly expensive. It's a slippery slope of collecting, and they are super trendy right now. So it's really easy to get caught up in like what's hot, what optic is a new thing or whatever. So yeah, it's a money pit. It's a money pit, and there's a lot. Like hunting is one thing, but the collecting side is a whole other thing. A BAR would be awesome. I think Ohio Ordnance makes a semi-auto BAR replica from World War II, and I would love to own that one day, but I don't have 10 grand lying around. Have I ever played Verdun? I actually haven't played any of those. If I'm playing a squad shooter thing, it's usually squad or Hell Let Loose. We used to play a little bit of Postscriptum, but now I think that's called Squad 44 because it got bought. And then we switched to Hell Let Loose because Hell Let Loose was just kind of easier to get everyone in. I've never played Half-Life. I tried it once, the first one, but I never got far or anything. I think Winchesters are made in Japan now. I think. Fruit flies, man. Fruit flies are killing me. Yeah, Hell Let Loose is fun. I play it here and there. It's easier to hop in and play than a lot of them. I played so much Arma in high school. I dabbled in Arma 2, Operation Arrowhead, DayZ mod, but mostly played Arma 3. A ton of Arma 3. Okay, Bimbo, I did do neem oil in the old apartment. I was doing neem oil. Only problem is I thought neem oil was really gross. It looked gross and it smelled gross, and I don't like gross things. My gross definition is really random though. Like I don't like silicone. So now I'm using diatomaceous earth, which is like super fine powder, basically suffocates the bugs. But it's really messy. It gets everywhere. And I don't own a vacuum. So I'm like a sweep and mop guy for now. I'm hoping to get a vacuum. Yeah. BioShock. This was my summer game. I got like halfway through, maybe more halfway through the first one. But I didn't beat it. No, I don't own a good vacuum is so expensive. So I just sweep and mop. I swept and mopped the office yesterday. What am I going to do once Chuckle Sandwich ends? Well, we have another project that's going to kick off simultaneously with the ending. And I'm really praying it does well enough to live off of at a minimum. Hopefully it kills it. Hopefully we're fucking balling. But I'm hoping I can live off it at a minimum. If it can pay my rent / mortgage, because we're also trying to move at the same time, which is really stressful. And then pay my food bill, that's good enough. But I'm hoping we can kill it. We'll see. I don't know. We don't have any carpets. We have no carpets at all, Volume. So I would love to have a rug in here, but we both want to have rugs and carpets around, but we don't have a vacuum. And if you're going to get a carpet, you need to have a vacuum. Ted had a cool, I think it was a Dyson. It was like really portable and had like a wheel spinning thing. I would love to have one of those, but I think they're expensive. I vacuum Ted's whole place like every day when we were doing Chuck a Week. I'm a bit of a cleaning nerd. I really like cleaning. Costco's got one. Well, Emma's dad is a big Costco guy. Not chicken bake level, but he likes Costco. I could ask him about it. No, Subatom Kai. We just went over this. We need the vacuum before we can have a carpet. Do I know when Ted will stream again? No, I don't. I know Ted better than most, and I have no idea when he'll stream again. I don't know if he'll stream again. I don't know. Yeah, do you guys watch those Costco guys? The double chunk chocolate cookie and the chicken bake kid and like the Riz Master or something? What's up? Seizure Salad 5, welcome in. Schlatt fans are starving. Well, they can eat over here if they want. If they want, I'm happy to serve them. I'm not gonna serve them TikTok reaction videos, but I can give them some more wholesome content. Oh, thank you, Subatom Kai, for the Prime sub. The Costco guys creep me out. They feel like I would say, I don't know if sold out is the definition, because I feel like that was always their intention. But if the Meat Canyon video is fantastic, you guys should absolutely go watch the Meat Canyon video on them. He got me into them. I kind of wait for Meat Canyon to make something on somebody. He also made a great one on the Hawk to a Girl. Oh, I think it's great, because I can't stand that joke. Oh, thank you, Metal, though. You're working on Chuckle merch designs right now. So, hoodies are an option, / like sweaters like this. T-shirts are an option. That's probably really what you want to go for, like long sleeve, short sleeve tee. But a good design, and I think this is kind of the meta right now. I don't know. I've never launched merch myself. Is merch that doesn't look like merch to random people. Like if a dude saw me, I wore this to the gym today. Does he know it's YouTuber merch? I don't know, but I don't think so. Right? So that's the goal, is to make something just kind of cool and sleek and in. One TikTok reaction, get the Super Black Eagle 3. I know, but I would be doing a TikTok reaction. I don't know if my little heart can take it. Those videos kill though. He's struggling with that too. I know he is. Yeah, if you know, merch. That's what we're going for. Oh, Chase Hare, dude, you are about to make my month. Emma, I think we're about to get a PS5 30th anniversary controller from Chase Hare. He said he already printed the shipping label. I know. Should be there by the weekend? Dude, it's already Wednesday, my guy. You're going to be the star of the God of War streams. I'm just going to be gaming like this the whole time. Although, I will say, I do like my black controller. My white one that came with my console has stick drift. My theory is that my wife dropped it off the couch one too many times. I'm going to throw her under the bus. We've gotten into some arguments about that. But a lot of people have stick drift. My Switch control... What's up, Kalashaf Purple? I always try to say hi to the first time chatters so they come back. My Switch controllers all have stick drift. But only one of my white controllers on PS5 has stick drift. I hate that it does. But it'll be nice to have another, because then we can game without having to deal with the stick drift. The Lego desk cam, if you guys send me Legos, next Lego building stream, I'll put my C920 here, so facing down, which is my old webcam. Actually, I might be able to buy a fake battery thing that I use for this camera for my other camera. Well, that would require me to get another capture card and do everything. No, I'll probably just start with a C920 to see if it works and do a top-down view of like the build. So if you want to send Legos, if you send me Legos, I'll 100% build them on stream, which I've done before. If those of you OG fans know, I've done Lego building streams. I'm happy to do Lego. I literally told Emma before I started the stream, I was like, damn, I wish I had some Legos to build right now. That would go so hard right now. So maybe I'll get some for Christmas. If I do, I'll build them on stream. If you want to send Legos to the PO box, they will 100% be built on stream, and I will put a Lego building cam on as well as the face cam, so you can get both. Maybe I'll do like face cam in the corner, like for gaming, and then the main cam will be like the Lego stream. How was your trip to Kenya? It was quite, I would say, like, without sounding cliche or whatever bullshit, I would say it was life-changing. I know that sounds like, like that's what everyone says, but it really was. We visited Nairobi. We were staying in Nairobi, but we visited a few of the slums in Nairobi, mainly Mathare, which is like a mega slum of almost 1 million people in like 1.5 square miles, and that's all level. That's not like vertical, it's very horizontal. It was gnarly. It was about as poor as humanity gets, and insane. Today, actually, I sponsored I subscribed. My new subscription is for a specific child in Mathare that goes to a specific school that we visited, and I sent him new shoes and a birthday cake today because it was his birthday a couple days ago. But yeah, it was life-changing. I'm like, I absolutely need to be donating to this cause, to see the cause on the ground, what it's doing. These people are doing incredible work. I mean, 99% of the people working there are Kenyans, and to see what they're doing is awe-inspiring. To see conditions that people are living in there is like, oh my gosh, why is any American complaining about anything? Because even the lowest American is light years ahead of these people in terms of quality of life. And the funny thing is, the people in these conditions in Kenya are so much happier than like even the wealthiest Americans. Like, they're so happy, they're hopeful, they're I don't even know, but it's like out of a movie. So yeah, and we're gonna do at some point this month, save some money for it. We're gonna do a charity stream. I don't know how I'm gonna set it up. I was thinking they have like a pure donation thing, which I can link, but then I can also do like a whatever you PayPal me, I will put towards them, and I'll cover the PayPal fucking bullshit fee. That's kind of a weird way to do it, but I'll do it transparently. Like, you have my word, and I'll post all the screenshots, all the receipts. So I don't know if I can't find a way to direct you to it in a way we can track it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, we did that, which was very like the very human element, very socioeconomic element of Kenya, which was life-changing, and it's super inspiring to like work hard, appreciate what you have, and give back to the cause. But then we also did the wildlife portion with the safari and getting able to see megafauna, basically from a ice age time that's passed for most of the world we inhabit now, which was incredible. And I'm totally stoked to try to go to other countries that have wildlife like that in my lifetime. So it was awesome. I need to make an Instagram post with a compilation of stuff. But yeah, it was great. And I highly recommend going to Kenya. We had family that works in, or that works in the slums and works in these schools and helps bridge the gap between American funding and getting support to them and building these schools. So we kind of had guides to bring us there. So I don't think the average tourist or American can just go to Kenya and experience that. So it was lucky we got to do that. But for safari, that's totally something someone with money can do. So I highly recommend a safari in your lifetime at some point in Kenya. We went to Masai Mara, which is the big reserve in the southwestern portion of the country. Borders Tanzania. The Tanzania side is called the Serengeti. The Kenyan side is called Masai Mara. So highly recommend going to either one. The wildlife's incredible. I mean, there's giraffes, zebras, topis, gazelles, elephants. Everywhere you look, you'll find lions, cheetahs, leopards, hyenas. Like it's like the Lion King. It's like straight out of the Lion King. So one day, please do yourself a favor and do it. It's incredible. Let me read some of these things here. What's up, Skrunk? I'm an OG Star Wars fan, and by OG I mean 1 through 6 plus Rogue One. But new Star Wars, not at all. Are you gonna get a Christmas tree? No, you're not, because I'll be at my mom's place and also my dad's place, and then back to my mom's place, and then back to my dad's place, because I have divorced parents, and that means Christmas is kind of a headache. If you're on divorced kid TikTok, you'll get funny TikToks that are like waving. It like one of them last year was like when you wave to the other kids driving to their other parents' house on Christmas morning. I was like, damn, that's as real as it gets. Yeah, African safari should absolutely be on all of your bucket lists. It's worth it. We stayed at Fig Tree Camp in Masai Mara. You can look that up on Google Maps. It's right there. And there are hippos right outside your door. Wild hippos. If they wanted to, they could kill you. It's that real. There's no safety measures. There's Nile crocodiles right there. There's baboons right there. Everything's right there. There is no fence. There's no nothing. You're just banking on the fact that those animals are too scared to cross that river to kill you. Because they're full of crocodiles and hippos, which aren't going to leave the river. So yeah. The hippos do leave the river at night, but typically they're going to eat and they're not going to go into the camp. That being said, 6 a.m. we were leaving to go on an early morning safari. There was a hippo in the dirt parking lot where our guide's car was parked. Huge Papa Nuts, you're going this summer? That's awesome. If you're going in the summer, so Kenya's on the equator, which means it's kind of the same temperature all year. Nairobi is really high altitude. It's higher than Denver, Colorado. So the temperature there is, when we were there, is very much like Los Angeles. It was like 70s every day. Super mild. It was great. And gators and crocodiles are two totally different things. And if you go to the Everglades in Florida, you can see both. Alligators are not very scary. They're smaller. They look more tame. They look a little more friendly. Crocodiles are monstrously big and have really scary teeth. So yeah, Beanie, shut up. You would not love to dive a hippo. They are really scary. They're bigger than they look. They're dirtier than they look. They shit everywhere. I have heard of the Pablo Escobar cocaine hippos. I'd love to see them one day. I would love to visit the Amazon.
Any reptile scares the crap out of me.
Reptiles are pretty scary. They're really different. I think that's why, for me, going like duck hunting doesn't feel as bad as going like squirrel or rabbit or deer hunting, because ducks are birds, which are closer to reptiles and further from mammals, you know? The closer you get to like a human, the shittier it feels. And birds are like a nice separate category. Dying any way that's not illness or old age would rock. So like getting fucking shot or something, because like how are you gonna die outside of illness or old age? Like if you're gonna die outside of illness or old age, you're gonna get killed. So Bimbo, you might want to rephrase it. I think I could outrun a gator. A favorite Amazonian bird volume? I don't know any Amazonian birds. Mudang could fuck you up, Mountain Dew. 100%. 100%. A jaguar is only in the Americas. Jaguars live in like Central America. And historically, and maybe still today, we don't know. But historically, jaguars would live in the United States. They would live in Arizona, maybe California, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas. That's kind of a southwestern big cat. Now there might be a few, but more Central America, South America. But jaguars are Americas. Leopards are Africa, Middle East, India. Maybe even, well, I guess India is Asia. So yeah. Jaguars are the sole reason that I've always been like, ooh, if we put up a border wall made out of steel, jaguars ain't gonna be able to migrate and move. So I'm like, maybe we should wait on the wall because of the animals, man. Think about the animals. So yeah. Jaguar rebrand? I don't know. Oh, I heard that there was some controversial Jaguar rebrand. I heard they went woke, but I don't know any more than that. Thoughts on Fishers? I think they're cool. I've never seen one in person. I've seen a lot of minks or mink. I've seen weasels and stuff. I've never seen a Fisher. I would love to, but they're super elusive. So yeah. I don't think I'll ever see one. I think it's really rare to see a Fisher with your naked eye. For those of you who don't know, Fisher is kind of like a honey badger or kind of like a Wolverine weasel type creature that lives in, I don't know a full range, but at least lives in the northeastern United States. But they're solitary and nocturnal, and they kind of live in wetlands, so hard to find. All I saw was that Jaguar went crazy. I have no idea. I don't go on Twitter, so I don't keep up with that shit. A raccoon dog? No, I've never seen a raccoon dog. Next on the travel list, well, Emma's dad sent me a personal email. She wasn't even on it about going to the Galapagos Islands. So I don't know. I can't really afford anything though. I just did my tax calculation for this year, and I'm paranoid now because I think I'm thousands short on the taxes that I've been saving because we are self-employed, whether that's through Chuckle, YouTube, Twitch, the whole works. Because we're technically self-employed like contractors. That means we don't pay any taxes all year. So like say when I was working at Staples, I would get a W-2, or in the Marine Corps, I was getting a W-2 or whatever. And the taxes are automatically deducted out of your paycheck. And then at the end, you usually get a return. You get like in the Marine Corps, I'd always get like $1,000 back. That's not the case here. So we usually have to pay, I think it's like 30% for what we do. So we're kind of shitting ourselves right now trying to figure that out. So yeah. I'm a trophy husband, but I also manage all of the money. Emma's a breadwinner, but I manage it. And I might not have been managing it great. I know I'm doing a good job. I just underestimated. She actually put it great today. She said, you didn't believe how much I was going to make this year. And I was like, you're right. I didn't think we were going to make that much. So now I have to recalculate and maybe adjust what our January, February, March looks like for available cash and save. And instead of investing, we might just need to save for whatever. So yeah, we have to do a little bit of restructuring to figure things out because taxes are going to hit like a truck this year. Being an adult is hard. I understand why people get more fiscally conservative as they age because they start making more money and they're starting to go, this fucking sucks. I have to give like a third of it away. So yeah. I could use the charity stream as a tax cut, probably. I mean, that's kind of a weird moral gray area. Although if it's mutually beneficial, I don't see why it's a bad thing, but I don't know. That's kind of weird. I don't like to think about it, but I probably should think about it. I try to be honest with you guys, even when it's awkward. So yeah, a charity stream probably would be a good tax cut if it goes through me. But I'm gonna see if there's a way for it to go through you. But I don't know if there is with a way I could also track it, which I feel like being able to track it and make a tweet about, hey, look what we raised would be would feel good, and maybe inspire other creators. I have a stack of PS4 games sitting on my floor. Anybody played this? I bought this to play like a 360 era or style like fantasy RPG, but I didn't get very far before I kind of forgot. I'm low-key sweating so hard right now. I'm cleaning the lounge for my mother right now. I never knew 2 children can have so many toys. Cleaning the lounge? Can you elaborate on that? You're gonna lose at life? Would you and Emma ever get a pet? A dog, cat, bird, hamster, etc. So I'm allergic to pet fur. So cats I'm allergic to, and dogs that have fur I'm allergic to. Some dogs have hair, like poodle breeds all have hair, and some others. But like a golden retriever, which my dad has 2 of. Fuck yourself, Dad. Stop buying dogs. That has fur. So when I go to his, and my mom has a lab, a yellow lab, which also has fur, and she has 2 cats. Go fuck yourself. So when I go stay there for 4 days, 5 days, 6 days over the winter or 4th of July or whatever, I'm just like gravely ill the entire time, which sucks. And so, yeah, I'm not a huge pet person. I have had pets my entire life, and I'm kind of just sick of it. Also, most pet owners are just like idiots. Like, I walked to my car the other day. I live downtown in the city, so it's all just pavement. I walked to my car. I got in my car. There was a dude walking his dog, which was a Saint Bernard, about the biggest dog you can get. And it was taking a shit in the middle of the parking lot. Like, no dirt, like middle of the pavement parking lot. And I was just like, man, I fucking hate pet owners. And if you go walk around New York City, it feels like half those people aren't even picking it up. Which, like, if you're in the countryside, I don't give a fuck. Let it decompose. If you're in the city, you have to pick it up, dude. That's part of the deal. And then also, the worst is when you go to the city, or you see this in like the countryside, like in parks sometimes too. Someone's dog took a shit and they bagged it in a plastic bag, and then they left the bag. And I'm like, if you're gonna leave it, just leave it so it decomposes. You wrapped it so it's trapped for eternity. Yeah, so that's what I hate. But Emma and I say, when we move to a house, because we live in a big apartment building right now, when we move to a house, we're really afraid it's going to be haunted, or at least it's going to feel like it is. And so we'll probably get a dog just to like alleviate that pain. Get a reptile or amphibian. I had a pet turtle as a kid for a while. It died. I cried. Its name was Lola. When I got it, it was like that big, which I think was illegal. I don't know. We ordered it online. I don't know. My parents are divorced. My mom was just trying to make me happy. But it died. But it sucked taking care of it. You have to have a heat lamp, which is I imagine is pretty expensive. And you have to clean the water constantly. And it smells. So it sucks. A bearded dragon's probably good because it's so like not water based. One day I would like to have like a little terrarium, self-sustaining aquarium thing maybe. I see those on YouTube. I think they're really cool. But yeah. So I was looking at the Twitch mod chat on my Discord, or on our Discord. You're probably all a part of it. I think Emma's gonna be playing this tomorrow on our game day. I gotta move the PS5 to the living room. This, worth getting, guys. If you have a PS5, I'll tell you right now, this is a worthy port. It looks fantastic. I think it's 4K, or at least upscaled. Sir Samlet, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. And it's 60 FPS. This is worthy. And so is this. Also 60 FPS. Looks really, really good on PS5. And this is a good one too. This one's I said this before. This feels like an art piece. I don't know what's going on. These have just been kind of kicking around my office, so I thought I'd discuss some of them. Would you rather live in extreme heat or extreme cold? You get heat and AC inside depending on your answer. I'm going to say so if inside is temperature controlled, oof. I really do like a fireplace in a winter, but I feel like this having heat would still mean I could go fishing and do like summer shit. So probably the heat. I'll probably take the heat. I love seasons. I love having everything, but if I have to pick one, I think I'm picking the heat. You have 1,000 hours in Red Dead 2. You're on your 13th playthrough. Well, okay. I mean, I'm glad you found a game you liked, but it might be time to try something new out. That's a lot of hours in a single player. The Witcher I played on PC, but I bought this one for Emma so she could play because she's a huge fantasy nerd, but didn't grow up gaming. So, fun fact: The Witcher 3, I got a free Steam key from Ted when he was at 2,000 subscribers in high school, and he got 2 free keys as like a promotional event for influencers at 2,000 subs in high school. It was I remember thinking he was so cool for that. 2,000 subs is like, that's nothing these days. Oh, Dark Souls Remastered is so good. That's my Dark Souls 1, my favorite Dark Souls. Always my favorite Dark Souls. No, I don't want a kitten. Kittens are cute, and I do like kittens, but I do like cats. If cats didn't shit in the house and I wasn't allergic, I would have one. But here's the problem. This is a bigger scale problem. House cats, or like domesticated cats, are one of the most invasive species in America. So suburban areas and urban areas where there are lots of cats, and specifically lots of stray cats that can reproduce at will, they decimate local rodent populations. So that has a magnifying effect on local like bird of prey populations and populations of things like raccoons, possums, ferrets, pine martens, things like that. Also owls, hawks, eagles, falcons, things like that. So ferrets don't smell bad in the wild. They smell bad in human households because they're living in a cage. So yeah, outdoor cats have a proportional impact on how often you see cool birds of prey and also cool predators, like bobcats. You won't have as many bobcats in your area if there's tons of household cats outside because there will be less food for them to eat. So yeah, I've always had outdoor cats growing up, and as much as I enjoy that, it kind of sucks to have consequences. What's up, Jello M2? I would love to have goats and sheep one day, although that sounds daunting. I feel like it would be more work than it sounds like. I think ideally I start with chickens. I have a chicken coop, get eggs, and then see if I can do one of those. I also don't know how to process milk or wool, so I got the hiccups now. A hunting poodle. One thing that I do wish I for like labs, black labs, yellow labs, Labrador retrievers, golden retrievers. They're great duck hunting dogs. And I really would like to get good at duck hunting. And having one of those dogs that's trained for that, which is like their natural instinct, is super helpful because they will swim in the middle of the winter out to get your ducks. But then you got to have a duck hunting dog all year round, and duck hunting dogs are kind of intense. What's up, Extra Glaze? Oh, Bailey. Yeah, you got some kittens on the way. You got rats in your yard because of chickens. Now, Buttanuker, you probably should get a cat, which I think would solve the whole equation. Or you should lure some foxes in, although they might fuck up your chickens too. I would love to be self-sustaining. Chuckle Sandwich is ending. We got a few things in the works. Ted and I got a few things in the works that hopefully can carry us through the next year. Carry my household through the next year. Ted will be fine with or without. But I'm hoping it'll carry us through the next year. Based on our predictions, even our low estimates, we should be good. And I'm hoping that grows over the year. I grow over the year. And yeah, we can keep doing what we like doing. So yeah. I don't know if anyone here is. I'm the eldest sibling. I've always had to do everything myself. I think it's made me more. I think I will be the most successful sibling. I'm calling you guys out, the three of you. I think I'll be more successful than all three of you, maybe combined. But it is exhausting. And it is frustrating because you see the easy way out that your younger siblings often get. If you're the baby sibling, you just know you probably suck. And your older siblings probably look down on you. Although I would say my middle sibling is the one that's probably going to struggle the most. I say middle. I have 3.5 siblings. I have a half sister. I mean, she's my sister, but she's a half, and she's really young. So she's not a player in the game yet. But to the OG three of us, I think the middle one's going to struggle the most. Have I ever played Dying Light? Oh, yeah. I played a fuckload of Dying Light when it came out. I think it came out in 2015 or 16. No, 14 or 15 it had to have been. We played a shitload of that. That game was actually controversial in my friend group because the single player co-op, whatever, like the story co-op was only 4-player, and we had like 5 or 6 of us that were like a gaming group. So you had to leave some people out, and obviously I'm not getting left out. I'm the star, right? You know, I'm really good. I'm fun. I'm the one everybody. I'm the, you know, you guys know, you're all here. So I wasn't gonna get left out, but I think there were some friends, and we'll probably dive into this in some later pieces of content. And you guys, some of you that follow me and Ted probably know that there was some drama. That friend group rifted in half, and I chose Ted, and the rest is history. But there were some friends that didn't want to include Ted in a lot of our gaming debacles. But back in high school, Dying Light was really cool, and it felt new. It felt like a great fresh take on zombie stuff. The parkour was fun, the combat was fun, the co-op was good, and the nighttime, especially in the beginning of the game, nighttime felt really scary, and that was a really fun feeling when you would be everyone would be like, "Oh fuck, nighttime's coming." There was that cool soundtrack or like music cues that would play, but I never beat it. It's a long game. Sorry, Weezer. Youngest sibling always gets their feelings hurt. They're like the getting feelings hurt king. Youngest sibling is always butthurt about something. It's just how it goes. So, you know, don't feel bad. That's just natural. Was I a part of the FFA? I don't know what that is. Am I supposed to know what that is? You're more successful than your older brother. Hey, good for you. I hope you're the most successful in your family. All I'm speaking for is and here's the thing. I'm only talking about trios. Emma is the oldest of her trio. I'm the oldest of my trio. And when we've observed other trios, there seems to be like a pretty like obvious, oldest, middle, youngest. So in trios, the youngest I think the middle's, well, in my situation, the middle's hurting. In her situation, maybe the youngest. Ted's a duo. And in his situation, the youngest is ahead. So, Weezer, if you're a duo and you're the youngest and you're ahead, that might be what happens on duos. I never played Dying Light 2. I'm the youngest of my trio. My brother's a bitch and I love my sister. Is your brother a middle or is he the oldest? I think that needs to, because if your brother's the middle and your sister's the oldest, that'd be perfect. That would make sense. For quads, well, I'm kind of a quad. I'm not going to call myself a quad because I didn't grow up like a quad. I didn't become a quad until I was 17. At that point, it didn't really matter. Your siblings are twins? Ew, dude, you must feel like the odd one out. That's gross. That's gross, Bimbo. Twins kind of gross me out. They're cute as babies because Emma's cousins got twin baby girls that we were really close to when they were little, but they, now there's family drama. But as like kids and teenagers, twins are gross me out. Well, I'm kind of lost on what I was talking about. I've always heard Metro is a good game series. How close are you to being done? 20 more minutes? Oh, I thought you were texting yourself. Are you trying to finish it before you go to bed, or are you going to do more in the morning? Oh, you need help? Guys, I think I'm getting pulled into the chuckle work. I'm not drunk, Chackamang. It's been one drink. Are you kidding me? I'm Irish blood. I'm Marine Corps blood. I'm content creator. I can handle my liquor, okay? Although there's an episode of Chuckle coming your way, guys, where, and I don't know how much of this is going to make it into the episode. I was drinking a rum and Coke. Somebody bought it. I don't actually know who bought it. I think Charlie bought it. A bottle of rum, like a handle of Captain Morgan. And I drank almost the entire thing on the episode. So, but hopefully it doesn't come through negatively. And then I had to get on a flight to New York, which really, really, really sucked. But yeah, it was like the good old days. Yeah, I used to drink one of those in a night, like frequently in the Marine Corps. That was a normal occurrence. The Marine Corps is a very alcoholic location, and some people are drinking every night and they're okay. Some people are drinking every night and they got a problem. Oh, I dressed up. You'll see. I dressed up. But I gotta help get the Chuckle episode out tomorrow, because otherwise Chucklers on Reddit are gonna riot. Studio 71's gonna riot. Rightfully so. They paid for a Tuesday launch. And Head and Schlatt are gonna have they're gonna be freaking out. And even though it's not our fault, it's just the nature of how the recordings are. So yeah. I will I'm going to take tomorrow off. I might have to do a little work in the morning, unfortunately, but tomorrow's going to be my day off. We will be hitting God of War again on Friday, right? Yeah, Friday, God of War. I hope you're all there. I'll be taking attendance. I will go live between 5 and 8 p.m. Eastern. That's a big window because I don't make super hard plans. Raid Swagger. Swagger's probably got like 10,000 concurrent viewers. You want me to raid Swagger? Let's take a look. He's got 487. Oh, he's playing Wukong? Sure, we can raid Swagger. Get him to shout me out. I like Swagger a lot. Swagger is a really nice guy. Down to earth, fun. Lives in Australia. That's kind of lame. No guns there, but cool continent. I'd like to visit one day. Anyway, join the raid. I will see you guys on Friday for God of War. Show up, bring a drink, bring some homework. We'll hang out. Hopefully we'll get like at least 2 more hours into the story. We'll see what happens. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for you that subbed. Really means a lot. And I will see you in a couple days. All right. Peace, guys.